Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Happy New Year's. Just an announcement. I will have a live call-in show Friday, noon Eastern, New Year's Eve. Let's get this money. Let's get to the teasers. First game, we got the Dolphins at the Tennessee Titans. Right now, Tennessee's -3. We're going to add that 7, and we're going to bring it to Tennessee +3. Yes, we lose a point going across to 0, but I really don't care. I think Tennessee wins this game. I think they run the ball better than the Dolphins, and credit to the Dolphins during this win streak. They haven't played a hell of a lot of good teams, but winning in this league isn't easy no matter the opposition. But I just think the Titans really get bully mode. I think Roger Saffold coming back, Lawson should be back out of the protocol. I just think that's going to be a little bit too much for Miami's front 7. Now we know Tannehill won't have Julio Granite Stone Jones, but him and Brown have the symbiosis. They're able to make plays on their own. On this Tennessee defense, I love what they're doing over there. I think that's the difference in this game. I think they force at least 2 turnovers from the Dolphins offense. And you have to be honest with yourself when you're talking about the Miami Dolphins. Is Tua really all that good? Has this offense improved? Is Brian Flores going to be able to just keep sending blitzes at Tannehill? I don't think it's going to work. I don't think this Miami defense wins the game. On the Titans, it's just being honest here, the Titans have the better defense as well. I'm going Tennessee +3, put it on the teaser. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. Right now, it's Carolina +6.5, +7. I'm bringing that up to Carolina +13.5. There isn't a whole lot of science here. I just don't think the Saints can whip anyone's ass. I don't think the Saints can beat anyone by 10 points with how bad this offense is. Now, we know Carolina is an absolute terrible team. And if you want to leave them off, that's fine. They got the 2-quarterback system going on right now. But whether it's Ian Book, whether it's Taysom Hill, I just think the Saints offense struggles. Carolina will focus in on the run. I don't see a high-scoring game. If you wanted to tease this down and hit the over, I'm fine with it as well. But I'm going to go Carolina +13.5. If you don't like it, feel free to leave it off. I got some other options. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. Right now, it's Minnesota +7. I'm going Minnesota +14. I don't think Minnesota wins this game, but I also don't think they get blown out. No matter how bad Minnesota plays, they play good enough not to get blown out. And listen, no Adam Thielen's going to hurt, but the Vikings got a run game and they got a pass game, and we know Kirk Cousins holds his team back. We know Kirk Cousins is a turnover machine, even though this year he's not turning it over, but he just makes bad mistakes every single game. And with Green Bay, they're not playing all that well. And when I made the Super Bowl proclamation for them 7 weeks ago, I thought they would be peaking right now. I thought they would be dangerous. I don't see Green Bay blowing anyone out right now. I just don't see it. I think this game is going to be somewhat close. Minnesota's certainly not going to lose by more than 10. Give me Minnesota +14 on the teaser. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati is +5.5. I'm going Cincinnati +12.5, and I'm putting all the chips on this game this week. And you got to think Cincinnati's defense responds, especially their defensive line. One thing that people forgot about the early season struggles from the Chiefs, Their offensive line was getting beat up, and their offensive line really hasn't gotten better. Big Red has been using more screen passes, more draws, trying to keep the opposing defense off balance to help the offensive line. I think Cincinnati gets to Mahomes. I'm not saying they're dominating him like the Buccaneers did in the Super Bowl, but I think they hit him a few times. I think they get a few sacks, and I think that's a big part of making this game close. And when you look at this Chiefs defense, they love the blitz. They love to force you to throw it. And that's when Spagnuolo can empty those blitzes at you. That's when Chris Jones can get one-on-one pass rush situations. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals will have run-pass balance this game, and I think that helps a lot. I think Mahomes is going to be off the field because one thing the Bengals can do, they can have 2 or 3 really long drives a game, and that's necessary against Mahomes. You don't want to go 3 and out, and let Mahomes get in a rhythm here. I got the Bengals plus 12.5. I'm really excited for this game. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brady at the New York Jets. Tampa Bay is minus 12.5. I'm bringing it down to Tampa Bay minus 5.5. Do I need to explain? Do I need to go into detail? Do I need to write a hypothesis about this? I'll be very simple. Antonio Brown, Tom Brady. I told you last week they were going to go over the player props. They'll go over this week's player props, and Tampa Bay needs to cook on offense. We know Tampa Bay is going to have a lot of players in protocol. A lot of players will miss this game, but it doesn't matter. There's no worse defense in this league than the Jets. I've been saying it since week 3. I watch the film. I stay up late night watching the Jets and Jags. This is the worst defense in this league. They're poorly coached. They don't play with a hell of a lot of heart, and they don't tackle, and they can't cover. If you can't cover, Tom Brady's the wrong guy strolling into town. Think Brady gets into the 30s here. I don't know how much this Jets team will be able to do. Tampa Bay minus 5.5. Add it to the teaser. Now I got 2 over-unders. We got the Houston Texans. Davis Mills at the San Francisco 49ers. Right now it's Houston 44. Let's do the 10-point on the over-unders. I'm going to bring that 44 down to 34, and I'm going over. I think Davis Mills will put up points. I think the 49ers will put up points. Now, I am a little bit concerned about Jimmy G's injury. I am a little bit concerned, but I'm pretty sure he'll be on the field. I'm pretty sure he'll be playing. And did I mention this Texans defense isn't really good? And also, they're tired, they're demoralized. Whatever word you want to throw out, you can throw it against them. And we know Shanahan, he doesn't like running the ball too much this year. Look at the Titans game. Look at the Seahawks game. He wants to throw it with Jimmy G 35 times, and that'll lead to a turnover. That'll help the Texans put up points, and also San Fran will be able to put up points against the Texans. I really like the over in this 34. Next game for the over-under, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Jets. Right now it's 45.5. Bringing that down to 35.5, and I'm going over. When you talk Jets football, it's 30, 40 points against their defense. If you're a functioning entity, pretty much any functioning offense has gotten into the 30s or 40s against them this year, and I'm not exaggerating. Now, will Zach Wilson be able to put up garbage points? I think you'll be able to put up a few, but like I said, when it's this low at 35.5, even if you only do it 7 to 38.5, 39.5, Brady will leave you feeling snuggy. Brady will leave you feeling secure because, like I said, this Buccaneers team will get into the 30s. Now let's go through this. Titans +3, Carolina +13.5, Minnesota +14, Cincinnati +12.5. Tampa Bay -5.5. Houston, San Fran, over 34. Tampa at Jets, over 35.5. There's 7 games for you. Hit the like button. Happy New Year. I'll be live on YouTube New Year's Eve, midday, before you guys go out, before you guys go party, live 12 o'clock Eastern time on YouTube Friday. Let's get this money.